it's hard when you don't get the time to do the things you gotta do. Always moving forward, always on the go. I hope you take a moment to take it slow. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Baby, take a break, it'll be okay. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Know sometimes that it doesn't make sense. It's even harder to comprehend. It's a long night. Say goodbye, then hello. We came here from nowhere, going towards the unknown. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Baby, take a break, it'll be okay. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Baby, take a break, it'll be okay. Let me be the one to ease your I know it's hard when you don't get the time to do the things you gotta do. Always moving forward, always on the go. I hope you take a moment to take it slow. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be doesn't make sense. It's even harder to comprehend. It's a long night. Say goodbye, then hello. We came here from nowhere, going towards the unknown. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Baby, take a break. It'll be okay. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Baby, take a break. It'll be okay. Let me be the one to ease your I know it's hard when you don't get the time to do the things you gotta do. Always moving forward, always on the go. I hope you take a moment to take it slow. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me the things you gotta do. Always moving forward, always on the go. I hope you take a moment to take it slow. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Baby, take a break, it'll be okay. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Know sometimes that it doesn't make sense. It's even harder to comprehend. It's a long night. Say goodbye, then hello. We came here from nowhere, going towards the unknown. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Baby, take a break, it'll be okay. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Baby, take a break, it'll be okay. Let me be the one to ease your I know it's hard when you don't get the time to do the things you gotta do. Always moving forward, always on the go. I hope you take a moment to take it slow. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the Know it's hard when you don't get the time to do the things you gotta do. Always moving forward, always on the go. I hope you take a moment to take it slow. Let me be the one to ease your pain. Let me be the one to ease your.
Hello, guys, and welcome to today's Git Crash Course section. I am Gaurav Subedi, and my dear friend Manjil is here. Manjil, do you have anything to say to the guys here?
Hello, guys. Hope you learn something from this session.
Yeah, not learn one thing, but learn many, many things. Okay, guys in the chat are super pumped for today's session. I'm pumped too. Let's go, guys, and
Me too, me
let's
too, me too.
rock it. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We are obviously pumped. You know that, guys. Okay, today's session will be Git crash course. We'll be discussing the basics of Git as well as some not much but some advanced features of Git like merging and rebasing. That will come later, or if the session extends for a longer period of time, we'll be doing that in the next in our next session. Okay, so here I have Visual Studio Code opened here, and as you can see here, a blank file is being created, and Manzil has joined the collaboration system session. Okay, I have given you the rights, Manzil. The stage is yours. Manzil is writing something. Go ahead, go ahead.
No, no.
Okay, I think we have some slides. Manzil,
Oh,
hello.
should I go first or what?
Okay, I think we had some slides.
Okay, I will share that to you.
If they are
Uh,
available, you can share.
uh,
So while Manjil is searching for the slides, we discussed about the basics of Git and how Git stores data as snapshots, and how the workflow is maintained with the help of GitHub as the central repository for our data. And in today's session, we will be doing Git local Git committing, local Git staging, as well as we will be pushing it to the remote repository, um, and we will be cloning the repository and doing some steps over there, merging, creating branches, merging those branches, such basic stuffs. We'll be going from the very basics, very very basic, like initializing a repository to some advanced features if time helps. And today's we are thinking of keeping the today's session as short as possible, not to cram you up with all this information in your head, but to go slowly, so that you too will be interested in learning about Git and not to make it a boring session. Okay, so okay, Mansil, have you found the slides?
yeah, I've sent you.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry. I'll look in the Discord. Okay. Oh, the slides are about Git merge and Git merge conflict. Okay. So
Yes.
first of all, let's go through the basics of Git. I will be, you know, I'll be teaching, teaching. I mean, sharing my knowledge.
Notification.
Let's not call it teaching. Okay, let's not make it too formal. Let's call it sharing of knowledge. I'll be sharing my knowledge about some basics of Git. Okay, so okay, I will show my window here. Mm-mm. I will open a new window and but just wait a second, guys. Window capture. Okay. Is it visible, guys?
Yes, yes,
Is it visible?
yes.
Okay. So visible. Okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. So the first step, in creating any repository is a basic command, which is called git init. Okay. So I'll stop the browsers here and I will do in the command line. Okay. So let's delete this file. Mm, Okay, delete this file. Okay. So we have a folder here, git crash course. Suppose you have any project, you create a folder in your Explorer, and then you create some files. Okay, let's say I create a file and let's say index.js. Okay, a file is created. So you can see here the you sign here, text here. So that just means that a file is created, but it is not tracked. So you means untracked. The file is not tracked and it is not staged in the index file. Okay. So suppose we make changes here. Suppose we write constant uh, message equals to hello to the git. Some basic stuff. Okay, so I write this code and okay, I execute this code. Say I execute this code and output is okay. So I made changes to the file. It is still on track. So the first thing I need to do is I need to initialize a repository here. So the command for initializing a repository is git init. So you write git first for any git commands or git command from the command line interface. So here is a PowerShell terminal that I have opened here, and here is a super cool theme I have installed. You can get it online on my course. Okay, so the first step is git init. Okay,
Blood Dragon,
yeah.
can you increase your font size
Oh,
for
sorry,
your
sorry. Font size is very
Office and
small.
terminal, sir? Yes, sir.
Terminal. Okay, so
And both like text editor also.
okay. Text editor too. Is it okay? Is it seen? Is the font size okay, guys? Yo, guys in the chat, I need your feedback. Is the font size okay? Are you seeing clearly? Are the text being clearly visible? Hexa, laptop is everything okay?
Yes,
Shall I
yes,
proceed?
it's okay for me. Okay.
Okay. Git init command was already run here. So it says a reinitialized existing Git repository. So I already ran that command. If you run this command in your command line or in a terminal, you'll get another message. So okay, let's do that quick. Okay, I'll open a next folder. Let's open it in desktop. Okay, let's say Git course. Then I add a new file, so I make changes to the file. Okay, I send message. Okay, I save the file. Hello, and I give it the extension of JS, JavaScript. Okay, and I save the file. Okay, so nothing is shown over here because this is not a Git repository. Okay, so I have not initialized the Git repository yet. So we do it by running the command git init. So you can see the message here. It says initialized empty Git repository in okay blah blah blah. Then Git is initialized here. We have our local Git set up, but it is not still connected to the central repository or to the GitHub. So what we do here is we make changes to the file and we you know add them to staging area. So what I mean by this is that the file is still on track. So any changes made to it will not be tracked by Git. So we need to track changes to this file. So we do that by adding those files to the staging area, and we can do it by just simply adding the file git add so hello.js. Okay, I added a file uh, hello.js, and you can see here it was previously u, it was on track, and now you can see a, that means index added. You can see here index added there at the tooltip. Okay, so that means that the file is added for indexing in the staging area. Oh, because share session is expired. Okay, I'll generate it again. No, no. Just a second, guys. I have to collaborate with Monzil on this one and start a collaboration session. Just a second, okay? If you have any, queries, you can type them in the chat. We'll be getting them at the end of the session. Okay, Monzil is, are you joining the session? Hello?
Uh, uh, Wait. I will. Joining. Okay, session is active.
Okay, session is active. Okay, that's great. So as I was saying, so we have added this to the index. We have moved the file from one staged area to the staging area. So any changes I make to this file, suppose I add another constant. Okay, constant name equals to okay. Let's say labzap. Okay, consider love name plus message. Okay, so I run this. Okay, it's working fine. Okay, okay, LabZap is writing some nice message over there. Okay, that's okay. So I run it. Okay, it's fine. It's working fine. So I made some changes to this file, and you can see here the M sign here. That means the file is modified. So these markers that are visible in Visual Studio Code. You can see green, green bars in your gutter. That means that those lines were modified. And here M means that the file was modified, but the changes were not, staged. I mean, changes were not edited. Okay, so you can, check the status of your local Git repository at any time by typing Git status. Okay, and I type Git status. Okay, in the command line you can see on branch master. So if you initialize an empty repository, the branch is always the master. And so you can see some status messages here. It says here changes to be committed and new file hello.js. That means we have made the changes here, but these are not still committed. Okay, so changes not staged. So we have staged the file hello.js with this lines of code, and we made changes to this hello.js. So this file were staged. This is staged area, but these lines they are not staged but modified. So we need to add them too. So the command is given here. Changes are not staged for commit, and the command that you use to add the file or to update the file, you can see git add and file name. And you can there is a shortcut for suppose you have a list of files, hundreds of files, and you have to you know move them to the staging area, then you do not need to write git add file 1, git add file 2, git add file 3 for every file, but you can use the command git add and period git add dot, and if you do that, okay, the file is moved to the staging area, and already you can see here that the index to the file was added. Okay, so for every changes you make to the staging area, hash will be generated, and the commit will be written with that hash. Okay, so when I do git status here, you can see uh, okay, here no commits yet. Okay, changes to be committed. So we made a changes to our working directory, that means our folder, but we have not still committed those changes. Okay, that means that we have not the changes are in the staging area, but we have not made a snapshot of our code or our folder or workspace, whatever you call it. So we can do that by committing. So okay, so for example, you add file or you add a bunch of files here, and you need to move those files. First you need to the first step is to add those files to the index or add those files to the staging area, and the next step will be to commit, to save a snapshot of that directory or workspace. So even though I have a only file hello.js here, so okay, I will go ahead and I will make a commit here. Okay, so git commit double m by the way, git commit, and so I add message with that message with dash m, and I add a message here. So let's say it is added add initial commit. Okay, it is an initial commit, and if I type this there, then the commit will be registered, and you can see here in the master branch. So this is the commit hash, that is the snapshot that I told you guys about. It is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 digit hexadecimal number, and okay, and, encoded number. Let's not call it hexadecimal, but encoded number. And you can see one file changed, 5 insertions. We have 5 lines here, and created more. It says some messages are printed over there. So we have our local Git repository, and we save a snapshot of that, of our local repository or local workspace is saved in our local repository. Say I want to collaborate with Manjil or any of my colleagues, and suppose my colleagues want to modify my file. So that is not possible if I just make changes to my local repository. You can as well connect two computers over in the same building, but that is not possible for a long distance editing. Okay, so what we need to do here is so I need to push it. Okay, I need to push it to GitHub. So when you guys go to GitHub, you have to create an account. You can create an account over there. Then you have to push it to the you have to create a repository in GitHub, and you have to push it to that repository. Okay, okay, now so when you go to GitHub, then all those instructions will be there, so we'll be going through that. Don't worry, we'll be going through that. And just let me so Chrome. Okay, I will. Okay, is my screen visible? Okay, okay, I go to GitHub and I sign up, create username. I need to sign in, I think. Just wait a second, okay, guys.
Blood Dragon, your screen is still Visual Studio showing in live.
It's still saying Visual Studio. Okay, I think I will have to. Okay, is it visible now?
Uh,
I think it should be visible.
or am I just seeing Visual Studio?
I think it
Let
should
me
be
refresh
visible.
this.
Okay. So
Uh,
yeah, I think it's visible. Is it?
yes, yes. Now it's visible.
Okay, I create a username. Okay. Okay, it's available. I enter the email address and I enter a password. Okay. No, I need to verify myself. Pick the Spiral Galaxy. This is a Spiral. Okay, I think so. Okay, I create an account. Okay, we are making account live, guys. How cool is that? What kind of work you do? I am a software engineer. How much programming experience? I think a lot. Maybe not. What do you use GitHub for? Learning Git and GitHub. Interested in JavaScript. Okay, complete setup. Okay, now we are. Okay, I need to verify myself. Don't worry, I will verify. Um. Okay, now what you need to do is, you need to go to your profile and you need to go to your repositories. Okay, so in your repository, create a new repository. Okay, I need to check my email. Just a second, guys. Telling me to verify my email address. So, by the way, how many of we are in the live stream? Labs up? Any idea?
Sorry.
How many of we are in the live stream?
Currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are around 5. I guess 5.
Okay, we have five.
Except
No,
you
no
and me.
problem. Number is okay. Okay, no problem. No
It's
problem. No problem.
it's just a number.
Number is just a number. It's just integers and whatnot. Okay, so we initialize a repository here. So I'm the owner and I give the repository a name. Let's say it is Git Crash Course. Okay, let's say Git Crash Course. Let's give the description Crash Course for Git. Let's make it public. Okay, I create repository, but I don't add a README file because it will give me options to set up my to sync my local repository with the remote repository. Okay, so if you do that, then you can see the screen as I'm seeing now, as you're seeing now. Okay, so quick setup. Give some information here. Suppose you have to create a new repository. You do this. It gives options over here, and if you have an existing repository, you do this. You write this code write this lines of code in your terminal, and you do this. Okay, so we'll be going through it because we made a local repository and we are pushing it to our GitHub central repository. So git remote add origin, and you see this line here, git remote. You see this line here. Okay, so git remote means we're using the remote reference of the repository, and we add the origin to our local repository of the remote repository. So what is the remote repository here? It's this, the repository that we initialized here. So if I do that in my command line here, I don't know if you can see my command line. To capture. Okay, okay. I think you can see. Okay. So my command line git remote add origin, and I use the same origin that I used before. That is the one that we initialized. Okay, so that is this one. So if I do that, so the remote origin is automatically added to our local repository. So we need to sync that with the remote a repository, and we need to use a branch. The current default branch is the master. Now we made the changes here. If changes were not made, you have to add the files and make commit. So committing is done in the local repository. I just want to sync it with the remote repository. So I just need to push it to the remote repository. So what you do is git push u means upstream, that is the remote repository, origin master. Okay, so I did git push u origin master, By the way, I'm refreshing this so that you can see which commands are here. Then if I do that, so okay, the permission is denied because I have not added myself is the owner of the repository. So I need to configure my configure permissions over here. Okay, so uh, git config. I think yeah, global user dot name. So this is the global configuration on git. So user dot email, I guess. Uh, so I need to add my email address. No, this is not my email address. Gmail.com. So I added my global username and what is the next? I think username. Let me look up. Okay, okay. User. So it's user dot email. Okay, and user dot name. User dot name. Uh, okay. I configure this and let me try it once again. Okay, I think I'm logging from another account and it's not giving me any access. So let me log in with my next account. Okay, so just for the purpose of this video, this is Jim. Okay, I will log in with my second account. And is the window visible, Manju? Hello?
Yes, 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 it is visible.
Okay, okay. Um, okay. Mm, let's do it from the top. No matter. No matter. Okay. I go to github.com and you can see this is my repositories, and you can see my repositories here. And I had a new repository and I give it git crash course. I do not add okay, I create a repository here. I do not add a readme here. Okay, so I need to set the upstream to this. Okay, so I just copy the command and um I'll just do it here. Why not giving me permission? Just for a second, guys. Okay, guys. There is a small problem. It will take a longer time to resolve it because I have to manage permissions for myself. So okay, that's the basic way you push it to the remote repository. Git push you origin master. Okay, so you initialize the repository and you add the origin and you push it to the origin master branch. So here's the this here you can see here, this is the name of the branch that will be pushed to the remote. Okay, Labzab, I think you can take it from here.
Okay. I've sent you the slide file. Can you open that? Git push origin master. Uh, is slide visible?
Yes, I think slides are visible.
Okay. Can you present and full screen?
Yeah, I have presented. It's full screen right now.
Okay. So hi guys. I'm Bazil. I will be talking about the merging and the issue that we faced during merging different feature brands uh, during a Git project. So, Blurry Dragon sir, next slide, please.
Okay.
So, Git merge. So Git merge is basically a command that is used to integrate changes from another branches. So basically, when you are doing a project in a Git, so there is one master branch, which is a production level branch. So when you are working on the new feature, so you are creating a new branch from the master and adding the feature in that branch. And when you are done with that feature, it basically merge with the master so that it can go production level and the in user level. So the Git can handle most of the merges on its own using automatic merging. But next slide, please.
Okay,
But sometimes Git is unable to resolve the changes and require human intervention. That means sometimes the Git cannot figure out how to merge the two changes, so it requires human intervention. And the result is next slide, please.
okay, yeah.
So result is the merge conflict.
You can see Git merge here.
So this is actually what happened during a Git merge. So there's different changes from the different branches try to merge in a single branch, which resolve the merge conflict. So next slide.
Okay.
So the reason the merge conflict occur is that when a two like developer change the code on the same file on the same lines and try to push that changes to the branches, then it resolve a merge conflict. So I will show you the quick demo of how merge conflict actually happen and how can we resolve that.
Okay, let's go to Visual Studio Code or what?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Request for read and write access.
Give access.
Okay. So let me check the status. I'm Git. Dragon, have you created any branch here?
No, I don't think. You can check.
Okay, there is only master branch. So,
So by the way, you can
let's.
check branch using Git branch. Okay, guys, if you are curious about what's happening here. And
So
okay, Manzil, go ahead.
So here I'm going to write a first commit here on master. I think we need to rename this to.
Make it console log, I think.
Okay, some typo VS lint VS code. So I'm going to create a new branch from here. So this is basically a checkout command with dash b means branch and I branch name. So let's make it feature one branch name. So I'm in feature one branch. So let's say that one developer is working in a feature branch and we make changes here. So I am working on feature one. So it's done with the changes, so it decided to push that to the master. So for now we are just
I think the change is
uh,
visible here.
sorry.
You typed in hello.md in the markdown
Sorry.
file.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem.
So for our simplicity, I'm going to simulate like when the two developers are working on different features and trying to push on the master branch. So here the of developer ones, let's make this the dev one, make changes make changes and in the feature one branch, and you just check this status. You see the changes. यो त कहाँ पुग्नु रहेछ त यार. Git commit. This is feature one. Okay. So now the developer wants push the changes of the feature ones. So now let's merge that to the master branch. So for that let's check out to the master. Oh, out of sync. Let's reconnect.
Alright.
Oh, second.
Some message.
Uh,
There's no sync.
okay. Joining.
Oh, you left the session.
No, I didn't.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay. What? Is my
Is it working?
typing visible? Yes. Or what?
Yeah, you type some some alien code here.
Okay.
Type something.
Okay.
Hello.js. Okay, you deleted that. Okay. It's visible now.
Hello.js. I made changes in the MD file. What happened to that?
It's still on track. Oh yeah. I'm working on feature one. It's visible.
Okay. Can we clear? Okay. I'm in master one, so I'm like the feature one's developer one open a PR. Like we are going to simulate that situation. Like open the PR for the feature one. So you may open the PR for the master. So what happened in the PR is that master is trying to merge, git merge to dev one. Whatever. कति टाइम लाग्ने यार. Oh, sorry.
You're master. So I think there is some problem over here. Okay, I'll just remove that. Okay.
Okay. It's not merging. Feature one. कस्तो गाह्रो नि यार यसमा टाइप गर्न छैन भने.
Okay, on track. Okay, I delete this file. No problem. Okay. Now it should be working fine.
Okay, I will make change in this file. Okay. Let's start again. Let's delete a previous. Okay. I will continue with that branch. Feature one. Oh my god. Feature one. Okay. So currently I'm in feature branch. So don't save. So a feature one, a dev one is making changes in the feature one branch, working on the feature one branch. So we make changes. So I'm working on feature one. So we commit that. This is feature So feature developer dev one is working on the feature branch, and he completed his work and he's trying to open PR for the master. So to simulate that scenario in the locals, we basically check out to master and git merge the feature one changes. So here, so currently I'm in the master branch, and we got a changes made by the developer one too. So like again, let's. So now the developer two is try to work in feature two. So let's create a new branch for that. Feature two, and let's create that, and I am working on feature two, and the developer two check the status. He made changes to this and commit as am. This is feature two. So so now the developer devs two is finished his work working on the feature two. So now he's trying to open PR for the masters. So that we basically go to check out the master git merge feature two. So now we have two changes in our master branch. Now the developer one is again working in another feature. Let's check out to the feature. Now let's check out to the best B feature at the feature 1.1. So now a developer 2 is working on a feature 1.1 feature. So image changes like I am working on feature 1.1 dev 1. Let's see the status here. Git commit as am feature 1.1 changes. Okay, so now feature one developer completed work on a feature 1.1 and is trying to merge to the master. Again, same procedure. Git merge feature 1.1. Okay, so till now there is no any issue here. So let's create some merge config now. Git checkout test b. Let's make it hot fix. Okay. So there is some production level issue in the master branch, and so a developer one is responsible for that issue. So he's created a hot fix from that, and developer is that feature 2. Okay. Okay. So basically, feature 2, developer 2 haven't any updated haven't sent any PR to the GitHub, and he still have old changes because he haven't pulled the latest changes from the GitHub. So let's see if we try to make changes here. Like you try to change the code written by the developer one. So let's try to yeah. Changes git checkout git merge feature 2. So now the config arrive. So this is the worst part.
Okay.
So what is basically happening is that uh, a dev2 doesn't have a latest changes from the master, so he basically works on the old master branch and try to push the changes, but the master is already updated. So when try to push that changes, git is unable to resolve. So which lines should get checked? So he basically give these two lines, lines which divide the changes, like the current changes and the features. So what is like the dev2 is trying to push and what is currently in the master branch. So we must have to figure out which changes is actual changes and which changes we can discard. So for resolving that, we basically just remove this text and this also. So this is basically a marker for identify the which change, like the difference between the current master changes and the changes pushed by the dev2. So for resolving config, I'm going to remove this message, and so this will be git commit am merge config resolve. So now there is no merge config here. So merge config might be first time might be a little bit difficult to understand, like how actually this happens and how can we prevent that. So we will talk later about that. Brandon, can you show the slide about the rebase?
Oh, all right, no problem. Okay, rebase.
Okay, rebase.
Okay, I'll present and okay, merge config and okay, git rebase.
Yes. So git rebase might be alternative config, but what git rebase is actually is trying to git rebase and merge is trying to solve the same problem, that is merging changes from different branches, but the working are a little bit different between the merge and the rebase. Braden, can you show the slide number 10?
Slide number 10. Okay, I got you. Yeah, it's visible.
So in the left side we have a merging working, and in the right we have a rebase. So what merging basically is that from the master branch we basically check out to the feature branch and we make changes to the feature branch. So after we're done with the features, we merge to the master. So the how the merging work is basically is that we create a commit and we push that commit to the master branch as a single commit of all the changes we have made. So in our master branch, we are going to have a one commit that is a git merge from this branch to this branch, and the merge message. So, but the rebase is a little bit different. So what rebase does that is that it takes every commit from the feature branch and try to append in from the current master branch. So this process is done one at a time. First, rebase take one commit from the feature branch and try to append with the master branch. If there is any conflict, then we need to resolve the conflict and then that process, rebase that process. So the next slide, please.
Yeah, we're on next slide.
So merge. So since the both merge and rebase is trying to solve the same problem, so which one is the best for you? So there are a lot of cases that you might need to accounts in order to select your merging strategy or branch strategy of Git project. I think it's up to the team lead decisions to select which types of merging strategy they like to use. So some of the advantage and disadvantage of Git rebase is that with Git mods, we are preserving the Git history. Basically means that in the Git rebase, when you are taking one commit from the feature branch and try to merge in the master branch, it basically create a new commit with a new x of it and try to append in the rebase branch. So it means that the Git message, the Git history will be rewrite, means it will change its Git history. But in the merge, we are not changing any history, so it will preserve the history of the Git. Now for the Git rebase, as we can see that if a, a commit history of the GitHub, Git any project, if they are using a merging strategy, they will have a lot of merging commit and a lot of branches out from there. So it will be very difficult to track the changes. But with rebase, you are going to have a streamline, a single line of Git history. It will a lot of easier to see. So if you want to have a streamlined Git history, you can go with the rebase. Also, Git rebase is not recommended for the actually if you're working with the feature branch that is shared by the other. Reason is that since we I've talked that in the Git rebase, the Git is creating entirely new commit, even though the change is the same, but the rebasing will create new commit message. So if you are working with the one if you're working with the one developer and you rebase the changes, if the developer 2 has same changes, but it will show there is a new changes in his file, so that it will create a lot of issue if you're working with the other developers when using rebasing. So rebasing is not recommended for the share feature branch. It is only for the individual. So I was create a scenario where you can simulate the Git rebase and how we
I think
can fix.
we'll do Git rebase in next stream. What do you think?
Yeah, I think
Or
it is getting long.
I think it's going to be a bit longer.
Okay, we can do that. Also, Git rebase is a little bit advanced,
Yeah, yeah,
and you might need to play around with the basic of Git before
yeah.
uh,
Okay, so
understanding Git
basically,
rebase.
uh-huh.
Yes, we can do that
So
later.
yeah, okay, we'll do it later. Okay, so as Mansil was saying, so Git rebase is used for streamlining, for a single history for for a product. There will be a lot of developers there. They will only create their branches. They will work on their branches, and these histories of the developers they will be merged together if you use Gitmars. Okay, so okay, basically we use Gitmars, and Gitbase, as Manju was saying, is for individual purposes only. And okay, that's for Git. Git merge and Git rebase. Git rebase is a bit advanced. We'll be doing that in the next, in our next stream. And today we talked about initializing Git repository and making changes, pushing it to the local branches. It was not possible to push it to the remote branches because uh, my account was not set up. Okay, so properly it was not configured. We'll do that in the next stream. Okay. So we talked about Git merging. So suppose to developers, we simulated Git merging through our local Git repository. Manzil, he simulated the actual working environment in a in production environment where code base is shared between among developers, and they make changes. If some merges is some merge conflict is there, they resolve those changes. Okay. So okay, we learned a lot. So don't you think, Munzil?
Yes, indeed.
We learned a lot, and we're trying to keep a stream as short as possible. But it's like that.
Yes. So
Uh,
72
if you
minutes.
have any queries, guys, okay, so you can type it in the chat. We will be taking queries now. Now you can some basics of Git. Okay, let's not dive too deep into Git advanced topics.
Yes.
Okay, we are 5 people. If you have any queries, guys, you can type them in the chat. Don't feel shy. Okay, Akash Tongol, thank you, man, for bearing with us, bearing with this session. I hope it was informative. We're trying to improve, it is our first initiative and we're trying to improve. We are trying to, give content that will, help you in your career, future career. These things are required for every developer, not even web developer, not only web developer. If you go into DevOps or anything like that, so web development, DevOps, for application
Yes.
development, because code base will be shared among, uh, because collaboration is the heart of, today's technology. Today's open source technology is all possible due to collaboration, and Git is in the heart of today's open source technology. And if you would like to, contribute to open source, Git and GitHub and other version control system. Git is the popular one and is used by developers all around the world. That will be your first choice. So, just we're trying to make you familiar with Git. We'll dive into the advanced topic later. So, any not off topic
Question?
but on topic questions, guys, type them in the chat. Otherwise, we will be ending today's stream.
Any question and merge conflict?
Okay,
It
is
might
there
be
any
a bit
conflict there?
conflict.
Any
This might
merge
be the
conflict
first
questions? Initializing questions?
issue you are going to face when you're trying to work collaboration in Git.
Mhm. You will
And
face these issues if you are working in a
yes,
collaborative environment.
yes,
It's natural, and if you have the tool, if you have the knowledge,
no
then you
quiz
will
today.
be I don't know, promoted, something like that. No
Agus is asking
questions.
for a quiz.
Okay, we were thinking of doing a quiz today, but so sorry, guys. The questions were not set up. We were thinking of doing a collaboration session today because there were not many slides, and we're not trying to make it boring for you. So
Yes.
we will do quiz in later sessions. Don't worry, don't worry. Quiz
Competitive
is here to
question.
stay. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
No queries today.
So, okay, surprise. You guys like surprises, huh? We'll be doing surprises because it is a surprise. If you do it every day, that's not a surprise, is it?
Yes.
The timing and the date is also a surprise. Okay, we have a question from Akash Tangul. Is there any better version control than GitHub? GitHub is like not
See,
basically a
GitHub is
version
not a
control, but
yes.
a central repository, a place for a repository. Git is the version control system, but there are other version control systems. Okay, we can see here other version. Okay, we have a lot of version control systems. Mercurial is another version control system. Okay, but Git is it's popular. Most of the developers around the world they use Git, and there is Bazaar also. Bazaar is also a version control system. Monotone. There are other version control systems, but I think the popular one is not better one. I don't think we can compare this version control system, but the most popular one is Git. So I think you can argue Git is better, but it depends upon the you know scenario use case. But for most use cases, Git is the way to go. So I think Git is the one. Yeah.
Yes. I think there is
Don't
a
you think
talk
like
about
that?
yes. I think there is a talk about like the why the like the Linus, the creator of Linux, don't like the distributed version control systems. So
Mhm.
it tried to solve that problem and create a central version control system that is a Git.
Mhm.
So I think Git might be a better solution than the old distributed version control system.
Yeah, yeah. So any queries? If you don't have any queries, we think that you guys got. Um, okay, we have one query there. I didn't think you
This
got
is more
100%.
powerful.
Which
This
is
is
more
more powerful.
powerful, Marvel or DC? I think that's
Hmm.
not enough on topic question, but even though
It's
no,
about
no,
plan
no,
like
we can't compare them two guys. Okay, let's not. I think we have Marvel fans, DC fans here. So we have
Oh.
another question from Marcus. Can you tell me about using SSH key? Okay, I think
Ooh.
Mansil,
Yes.
take this
Hello.
question. You take this question.
Okay,
So
is secure
using
socket.
SSH.
Yes. Secure socket shell or what? I forgot. I watched.
Yeah. It was
I think it's basically signing your Git commits, so it will be unique.
secure shell, but SSH is a protocol, and yeah.
So it's basically signing your Git commit, so that when you are pushing to the GitHub, it will be unique to you because you sign that SSL with your private key and send your public key to the GitHub to decode, like that.
Yeah. You use if you use HTTPS, then there will be encryption, some security involved. But if you
For
are using
signing,
SSH, you are using secure authentication. You use a private and public key, as you were saying. You store the public key in your central repository and private key in your repository, and then public key too. And then you by using SSH communication, and then you can use that key, public key
oh,
and private keys. Okay, so that is for next session. If you have any queries about Git and GitHub, type them in the chat. Okay, I don't think we have any more questions. I think
okay, we
okay.
can. I think we can see in that session.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for today's session, guys. I think it was. I hope. We hope it was.
Informative.
Informative. And you learned a lot. We will be doing this sessions like this in the future, and we are pumped, guys. If you are too, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, so that you don't miss our stream. Okay, and okay, I think that's all. I think we should wrap up. What do you think, Mansi?
Yes.
Okay.
Chat
Okay, thank
is
you guys.
going.
Thank you for tuning in. Okay, that's it for today. And hope you have a great night. If you are somewhere in Asia, or you are in USA, or somewhere in the Pacific, have a good day. Okay, good night, guys. Have a great day. See you in the next stream. Don't forget to subscribe. See you. Bye.
Like.